What is good, peeps? How we doing? You guys know what's happening. We're gonna be checking out the Soundiron Omega bundle. It's gonna be our vibes. So I'm excited to just get into this plugin bundle, man. Another thing we're gonna do is get a couple of MIDI loops set up, because sometimes you can't really get a good idea of how these sounds are without playing some chords through them. All right, so let's break it down, right? So the Soundiron bundle, copped it a couple days ago, maybe a bit more than actually, can't remember, this week. And how it works is you buy it, you do your thing. Soundiron are cool, really good sort of system how it works. And they send you a big old email with download links. And these download links are little exe files per each library, and it downloads them. What is the format they do it on? I can't even remember, but it's in parts, zip parts. And then what it does is takes all the parts, compiles it together, exports it into a folder, gives you all your files and your folder. It just gives you, for example, if I just say one of the folders was John Bank 1, it will download and it'll be in that folder that you want it to be. Now, when you download them, they've got two ways you can download some of them. So some of the ones that are quite bigger or more popular, or they've reached out to Native Instruments, they will give you a Native Instruments code. So that Native Instruments code, you can put that into your Native Access. Those that have complete or Native Access or any kind of dealings with Native Instruments before should know what Native Access is. And if you put that one in, that will allow the plugins to come up on this little scroller, which is super good, because you know what it's like. If you work between computers, these are always going to be found, because this is like the core library now. You're adding to your core library. When you start doing it through this way, it's going to ask you where for the files in the locations that are different. So I prefer to have it like this. But if you get the Omega, not all of them are going to come on this side panel. So you have to have both, if you know what I'm saying. But I would say definitely go with the Native Instruments ones for the ones that you can. So you can see here, if you guys have some of these already, you can see like this one here, Soundiron. Let me just stretch these out a bit, because then you can see the full kind of view. Alpha Organ, I've got some of these here. Ambius Prime, Antidrum, Soundiron, Apocalypse, Percussion. What else we got? Didgeridoos. Never thought I'd have a didgeridoo, but man's got a didgeridoo now. You know, it is Elysium Harp, Emotional Piano. What else we got? Glitch Hero, Happy Drums, Lamellophones, Hyperion Brass Elements, Hyperion String Elements, Mercury Elements, Mealy Page Light and Shadow. That one's pretty dope. Motor Rhythms, Requiem Light. I believe that's how you say it. Rhythmic Odyssey. A bunch of stuff in here. There we go. Shake. Bunch of these at the bottom here. Voice of Wind, Voice of, you know, all these different Voices of Wind. Voice of Gaia, which is like a fan favorite for a lot of people. Voice of Rage, which is very mad, a lot of metal kind of vocals in there, you know what I mean? Voice of Rapture. So yeah, these are just the ones on the side. So if you find this a bit overwhelming, we ain't even started yet. You guys look down here, I've got these kind of already organized. This is the quick load section. It's kind of like a shortcut to where all the files are. You guys ready? When I press Soundiron, right? Here we go. We're gonna start scrolling for a bit, and we're just gonna keep scrolling.
You think I'm playing?
Man, hit the wallet check. Look at, I'm still scrolling, guys. We've just gone past halfway. We're still scrolling. And we're scrolling, but Soundiron scrolling. You know what I mean? And we're at the end now. So as you can see, bank-wise, from the Native Instruments facing side compared to everything you get on the back end, it's a lot more in the back end. And also you can still open the front facing side ones, like for example, Alpha Organ, right? If I scroll to the top of this, I should be able to still open this directly from here without having to use it from there. So we're accessing the same files, but just from different ways. Oh, MJ, what are you telling me, my G? National Library. But there's loads in here, all right? So let's get some MIDIs going, right? And get a good preview. Yeah, that's just the first preset, you know what I mean? And we just slapped in a little MIDI in there. We're going to keep it moving. We're not going to spend too much time on here. But, you know, if we go through Soundiron, you can see we got like, you'll get one instrument, but then you see there's different variations like the FX and stuff. So we'll have like, but yeah, if you guys can see here, we've got performance and we've also got the FX rack. Sample quality wise, they sound really good. Probably not what we're going to do for our sort of styles and genres or whatever, but There's so many options in here. I think these are drum loops. So you're thinking chase scene. You know what I mean? That sort of stuff there. Cinematic trailers, that sort of thing. Put some reverb on that. Quick beat and temp. Listen, there's going to be so many moments in this stream where you can make a quick beat out of any of these sounds. There we go, another beat for this. Yeah, listen, we can't be doing that. We need to go through the sounds. This is one of the reasons why I haven't really opened this up until now, because it'd just be, that's a good sound, making a beat, boom, done. And then I'm not looking through the collection. I really want to soak in the library. I'm not going to be able to do it all, but soak in it enough. So for where, I don't know, unless I'm in a studio session and someone goes, yo, have you got one of them harps? And I'm like, you know what? I have got a harp, you know? And then you just come through with the harp. And they're looking at you like, yeah, he's the guy, you know, he's got all the sounds. So I want to know my library like the back of my hand, really. So we're going to refrain from making a little bit of beats. I don't want to harp on about it too much. Yeah, just another one for you guys. There's going to be so many of these. All right, cool. We have these. It's another one for Odyssey. Random sounds you can put in your techno beats. I mean, listen, if you want weird glitchy sounds that you can kind of slot in between places within your percussion or whatever, this is a great place to start. I mean, it's kind of like World Instruments, but the guy's kind of like mutilated a lot of them and built his own sort of stuff. This might be good for getting that kind of like Q beat sound if you know what you're doing. Probably another one that would sound good with a bit of halftime on it. So here we're coming to one that I've been interested in, the Hyperion brass elements. Let's check this out. Let's try and find one of the ensemble ones. I don't just want to slap in a tuba, you know what I mean? Why is that funny, slapping a tuba? You're a joke. You're a joke. All right, trumpets. I say slapping the tuba and the missus laughing. Anyway. What I like about this is you can control the swell. So yeah, look, learn MIDI CC automation. So yeah, you can 100% automate that and slap that onto one of these macros or whatever. This is why when you're going through presets, get yourself a MIDI loop that sounds pretty decent, because you'll be like, all right, that's a crappy sound, it doesn't sound too good. Then you put it through something. Sounds great to me, man. And I don't have any reverb on or anything. Just turn the gain up a touch, and there's some good presets in here, man. So I'm definitely going to be jumping into some of these. And you can really go in there and change the level of each group of instruments. You got trumpets, tenor bones, horns, you know, and really cater it. As for ensembles and how quickly you can get a good sound out of these, I think these are definitely really good. And I think a lot of us stray away from brass sounds because we either feel like they are way too synthetic and it's just like it ruins the vibe, or we lean into that synthetic and get the really large kind of brass kind of hit sounds and get away with it. But this gives me confidence that I can go in and splash a little bit of brass notes and stuff in some of my beats and add just that ear candy that keeps people interested in, like a 16-bar loop. Like, oh, that's interesting. You know what I mean? Cheaper than the Spitfire stuff. Yeah, look, the Spitfire stuff is at a very high level of quality, but they're also a very high level of price. So this is why, you know, I opted for this option instead of going that way, because I feel like I could get a lot more for my money. Guys are making beats these days with one shots and just pitching them in simplers and Ableton. So, you know what I mean? Spitfire Symphonic Brass Professional, 1,000 euros. So that's actually more expensive than this whole bundle. This is $1,000, I believe. I paid about £770. So you got to do what's right for you. Really moving that swell kind of dial is going to help with increasing the realism sort of, you know, feel. Right, let's get onto the Mimi page, light and shadow. This one will sound pretty good for those kind of poppy tunes. This girl's just saying no. Babe, can I get a new synthesizer? No. Oh, why not? No. Why? No. Can we get new plugins? No. 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 And no. Oh, that's the TikTok right there. Can I buy a new keyboard? No. Okay. Can I buy a UAD interface? No. 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 It just goes on, man. Quick, turn her off. Hey, TikTok. You know what I mean? And just get something happening. So that's just a random loop we have. And we're just adding some bits and pieces over there. Extravagant drum kit. You're thinking cinema, you're thinking movie scene, you're thinking all of that. These are just loops that you can chop up. All right, cool, they're perks. You know, we can all mess with perks. There's too much for us to go through on stream, so we're just gonna if you see a bank that you like, we're just gonna do it. Well, I'm looking, you know what I'm looking for? I'm looking for a flute or something. Yeah, pan flute, let's go. Come on. The way the expression and the reverb is hitting is heavy. Come on. And these are just the phrases. So there's all of these are different phrases, and this is just one of the bank. This one is heat. Hold up. Let's try the E's. Are you mad? So you know you got your lead vocalist of your metal band like out here busting his throat. You might not need that anymore. Whoa, that was mad. Man came with the Arabic scales. Really? Oh, it's happening. Keys. It's cool because if you want a piano with some character, you know where to go. That one was wet. How they got so much variety, man? It's that one. Oh yeah, I'm off here. I'm off. Yeah, for me, you know, just to clarify why I got this, is just because you guys know I've been trying to pack out my Kontakt library just so I have more instruments on deck, more things available to tap into, and just kind of really round off the library. Like, cool, I've got some good choirs in here. Cool, I've got to do this and that. Appreciate that. 16 months. That's crazy. Much love. So yeah, guys, I don't know. Let me know what you think of this one, man. I think there's a lot of value here, and I'm gonna have a lot of fun going through these and trying to like really incorporate these within the beats. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to get through a lot more. I feel like we did pretty well with going through a lot of it, but this might have to be a part 2 or something like that. But I'm definitely impressed with the library. I mean, what are you guys thinking? I saw that a lot of you guys are liking the choirs and some of the other bits and pieces, but yeah, it is pretty dope. I think one of the things that really sold me was that you're not just buying the library, you get everything. And also for the next 3 years, you get 50% off any additional packs coming through. And when it comes to like being a producer and trying to think about, you know, making money from music is not always easy. You know what I'm saying? So you got to think about your investments for your music cash to pay off. And for 3 years to have 50% off that's a long time. You know, some people will be like within a year or within the next 30 days or whatever it is. But 3 years, any new stuff that comes out, you get half price. Can't really turn that down, really. So yeah, it's good to know that I've jumped in at this stage and this is everything. And then anything else that comes out, I can really bank by bank kind of review it and decide whether I want to tap into that. So yeah, this is definitely a good investment based on me, because I have it paid for with my own cash. I'm not trying to hype this up too much, but wherever I see something where there's good value, at the same time when we was talking about the baby audio stuff, that was good value. I always try to give people their respect, and when there's a good product, you got to big up people, man, because this is going to help me make a lot more beats. I feel like as a producer, we all know where our favorite sounds are, where our favorite plugins are. We tend to always keep going back there, but then at the same time, we're kind of silly because then we think, why is my music starting to sound similar? Or yes, you're developing your own sound, but at the same time, you're getting into a flow of doing the same thing over again, or same thing with a little bit of difference. When you have a whole new collection of sounds or a whole new bank of stuff, you're instantly going to be trying different things because it's a different sound palette. So yeah, just think from different perspectives. Think of ways you can push yourself outside of your comfort zone. Think of ways you can push yourself outside of your own box, and just get in there, man, for sure. That's one of the reasons I'm going to do this. It's definitely a challenge for myself to push the music ideas outside of my own comfort zone. And there's a couple other libraries that I'm interested in, but you know, this is one they do for a long time. So it's just time to jump in. But yeah, I hope this has been insightful for some of you. Anyway, guys, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to catch you guys in the next stream. Later.